Oop noticed a concerning growth on a date's back and wasn't taken seriously. I am not op. Original post by you, Various Rock 3911 in our advice. Trigger warnings. Cancer. Racism. Less than. Mood spoilers. Oop is pleased by the result. Less than. And NBSP. I am a medical student and I found what looked like melanoma on a guy's back. He laughed it off and told me I didn't know anything. October 9th, 2023. I felt something strange and then turned him around to take a look. Based on what I have seen in my textbook, it looked like melanoma. He told me it couldn't be. We're in Hawaii and he told me, you Chinese people here think you're real Hawaiians but you don't know about real Hawaiians. We're good in the sun. We're from here. I got him to promise to get it checked out. But later when he was about to leave, he said, if I got some kind of cancer, it can't be from the sun. I'm 0% white. I said, just get it checked out if you don't want to die. Then he walked out the door. I have his phone number. I'm not sure if I want to use it to invite him over again. But I'm worried about him. Should I just give up on him and say I did everything I could? Or is there something else I should say to him? I'm new to Hawaii and the USA and I don't really understand this attitude of his at all. Or if it is common here. Edit. This did not take place in a clinical setting. I mention my medical education only because I have learned what melanoma looks like. This is why I asked him to go get it checked out by a doctor. A few comments. Lithium Popper said, as a doctor you were going to come across patients day in and day out who absolutely refuse to take your advice. You have to let those people go. Your job is to provide medical advice to those who are willing to hear it. It's almost like an invisible DNR. If they don't want something from you, you shouldn't try to make them want it. STR33T Preacher. His mindset is, real Hawaiians are good in the sun. An article like this https www.civilbeat.org/2023/07/skin cancer no color protecting every skinned one matters / or something else you can find. Could shake him up. Oop replied. Hopefully he doesn't mind the Asian authors. Helped. The Manoff Mung. I'd text him. Just say that you are genuinely worried and that the next time he has a doctor's appointment he should get a professional option. That's all you can do. Yes. Some people are that thick-headed. And in this guy's case, racist too. Oop replied. Just tried. He doesn't go to the doctor. An NBSP. 3 days later. I am a medical student and I found what looked like melanoma on a guy's back. He laughed it off and told me I didn't know anything. Update October 12th, 2023. So I sent him a couple links from the Reddit thread. He has gotten a second opinion from a qualified relative who agrees that it looks like melanoma, and has made an appointment to get it checked out in a formal setting. He apologized for doubting me. He will also be coming over again tomorrow, and promises to listen to me if I notice anything else on his body. Thank you to everyone who helped save him. An NBSP. Comments. Doino. After reading your original post, I can't believe how some people allow others to disrespect them. If it was me, I would have never looked back. Wouldn't even have made a post about the situation lol. The guy was an asshole. No apologies would change that. Fawning and conning. Glad you helped him, but why are you seeing someone who was so blatantly racist? Oop replied I believe he had been misinformed. I don't think he said anything hateful to me. And he has apologized. Crispy Hats said, that's great news. I'm really pleased you got such a good outcome. Oop replied, thanks for the first fully positive comment about a human life being saved. Reminder I am not the original poster. Do not comment on the original posts or try to get in contact with the original poster. It's against Reddit rules. I'm glad she followed up as somebody with medical training to make sure he didn't develop some serious issues. But I really hope her ability to spot red flags improves to the level of her ability to spot melanoma. Didn't Bob Marley die from a melanoma? Sad when people's ignorance gets in the way of their literal health. Even sadder that Op wasted her time trying to care for him. I hope she disengages from here. If women stopped dating men who don't take what they say seriously, there would be a lot less dates happening in the world. I guess being racist towards her isn't hateful in OOP's opinion. My facial expressions when I finished reading this post. Grimace expressionless. Oop needs a friend who should lecture that guy for being racist and a confidently incorrect and tactless twit. I don't think he said anything hateful to me. Girl. I would have been done at, you Chinese people. I hope she moves in from him and finds someone that actually respects her. There is a serious lack of education when it comes to skin cancer and POC. Then on top of that is dealing with people who think they know better than a medical professional. I was once abused by a patient who screamed, "Black people don't get skin cancer," when I was going through a basic medical check and informing them of the dangers of living where we do. QLD is the skin cancer capital of the world, and steps to take to prevent it. Education is a lot better for the younger generation now. No hat no play for example. But you can see the difference in attitude towards the sun, education, and their skin between people in their 20s and 30s plus. Fuck that dude, mahalo. One of the reasons that married men live longer is that their wives convince them to go to the doctor for things they wouldn't otherwise go see the doctor about. This guy wasn't married but kind of proved the rule here. Bob Marley. A black man from Jamaica died of skin cancer in his toe. My husband had a spot on his arm that looked weird. I told him he needed to get it checked out. He agreed. Time passed. The spot looked weirder. Again. Told him he really needed to get it looked at and text him the number to the dermatologist. He agreed and said he'd make an appointment. Time passed. I made an appointment for me at the dermatologist for a routine check, and before I left I asked the receptionist to make an appointment for my husband. I joked that I had been after him for about 6 months to schedule and he kept forgetting and putting it off. He thanked me for making the appointment. The day he went he had to go from that appointment to a meeting. And he called me on the way. That spot was melanoma. 2 days later they called and said it was deeper than they thought and they were going to have to check lymph nodes as well. We had a consultation with a surgeon the next week and surgery scheduled for the following week. He apologized for putting off the appointment for so long and not taking it as seriously as he should have. He spends so much time and energy taking care of his family that he puts himself last. It makes me crazy. He has one more 3 months checkup and then can go to once a year. I'm so glad he was okay. But only the Hawaiians are good in the sun part was misinformed. What about the sentence he started with, you Chinese people? That would have been when he would have seen only my back as I walked away. Well, this was disappointing. If you have skin you can get melanoma. I've had a patient ignore a skin cancer diagnosis that ended up being brain cancer. Why would you meet up with him again, lol? You Chinese people. Face with raised eyebrow. We're in Hawaii and he told me, you Chinese people here think you're real Hawaiians but you don't know about real Hawaiians. We're good in the sun. We're from here. This alone should have been the reason to never speak to him again. Short and sweet. Sometimes people are in denial of having something wrong with them.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.